Welcome back to the channel, everyone. CryptoTakeOver here, coming back with another Bitcoin cryptocurrency video for you today. We're going to be taking a look at two news articles, jumping on over into the charts afterwards. Let's go ahead and get started. We're going to keep it relatively briefly today. Oh, and by the way, Google has been after the cryptocurrency YouTubers as well. I currently do not have ads enabled on my content anymore, so it is what it is. But Google has been going after, I think, some YouTubers, some crypto YouTubers at that, shadow banning and obviously disabling my AdSense channel on the YouTube. So the best thing that you can do is just comment down below and subscribe and like too as well. But I just wanted to go ahead and give y'all that quick update. Let's go ahead and cue that intro and get started on today's crypto news. All right, folks, so the best way to help support the channel now is to hit the thumbs up button, subscribe, and then obviously check the links in the description box below if you're interested in helping support too as well. But we're looking at Bitcoin articles today. We got to roast Mark Cuban as well. I feel that, a lot of these billionaires are going to be coming out of the woodworks now saying, oh, well, I hold all this Bitcoin now, but I was telling y'all not to get into it a couple of years ago. So Bitcoin right now hovering at right underneath $60,000. We'll take a look at the charts here in a second. But first and foremost, let's get on to Mark Cuban here. What is he talking about? Mark Cuban on his cryptocurrency portfolio. I own a lot of Ethereum because I think it's the closest to a true cryptocurrency. Yeah, now you tell us when Ethereum's at $2,000, right? But before you were comparing Bitcoin to bananas and talking about cryptocurrency is just a fad. So billionaire Mark Cuban is bullish on the future of cryptocurrency and frequently compares blockchain technology to the early days of the internet. And I think that he was telling us that it was compared to bananas last time. So, these guys are all over the place. That's why over the years, Cuban held onto a few digital coins that he bought in the early days. Cuban said on a recent episode of this Delphin podcast, currently his portfolio is allocated and broken down, has 60% Bitcoin, 30% Ethereum, 10% of the rest. Wow, I thought Bitcoins were compared to bananas to him. Interesting stuff here. Bitcoin created in 2009, blah, blah, blah. What really changed everything was smart contracts. Cuban said smart contracts came along and that created DeFi, or decentralized finance, and NFTs. That changed the game. That's what got me excited. That's why that's why it's a lot like the internet. Interesting. So obviously, his stance on DeFi now apparently shifted his mindset, quote unquote, to say, okay, I think cryptos are going to be worth something. But I mean, that could just be the start of it, honestly. We got a lot of projects out here that we're keeping a close eye on that are also introducing NFT protocols and smart contracts too as well. So, if y'all want to check out some of those alts that we're getting into, whenever you join our private trading group, you get a list of all the alts that we're currently allocated into as well and that we're trading on the side for the most part. And then he sees Ethereum as an adoptable over time because developers and irate improve its capabilities. He said that it more is lifelike, and so I have a lot of Ethereum as well. Cuban said, I wish I had bought it sooner, but I started buying it 4 years ago. Oh my God, he started buying it 4 years ago simply because I think it's the closest oh my gosh. So this guy was buying Ethereum back in 2016, 2017? Really? Is that, wait, 19, 18, 17, 16, 2016, really? Oh my gosh. And I thought he was just telling us last year that, oh, cryptocurrency, don't get into it, don't look at Bitcoin, blah blah blah, this and that. And this guy steadily accumulated 4 years ago. That is freaking insane. Guys, I've been wanting to do a video on the Bitcoin the Bitcoin Time Traveler Reddit page too as well, and hopefully I can get that video out to y'all soon. But one of the key points in there with the Bitcoin Time Traveler too was that a lot of these billionaires and millionaires out there are going to have to be heavily guarded because a lot of people are going to be coming after them in the future. And that's just because that we're in a super hyperinflation bubble right now with the dollar collapsing. And it's ironic that, these people are now coming out of the woodwork saying, oh yeah, I hold this much Bitcoin and Ethereum, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, you were just telling us not too long ago that you basically thought that this was compared to bananas. You know what I'm saying? And so I have a feeling that a lot of these people are going to be sought after in the near term future. We have to be really well aware. And also in the Bitcoin Time Traveler, it also talked about the Winklevoss twins being heavily targeted. I mean, we do know that they've been in the game since the beginning of the Bitcoin birth too, as well. But these guys, that are out here, now saying that, oh yeah, I told y'all not to get into it 4 years ago, but yeah, I was steadily buying. I think that there's probably gonna just be a lot of angry people in the end. Wouldn't you think so? I would definitely think so. All right, guys. So let's take a look at our next article here. We got cryptocurrency mining could destroy PC gaming as we know it. Let's see what the article is talking about here. According to the recent report, Nvidia is increasing the supply of the GTX 1650 cards to the desktop consumer market after having prioritized the GPUs for notebooks. This is good news. The GPU market is overheated. We're currently recommending readers look at cards like the 8-year-old R9 290 and R9 290X if they have to buy one. Any improvement in this situation could increase availability of the low-end cards so that people have something to purchase. Increasing availability on the bottom end, turning with no ray tracing compatibility, or relaunching GTX 1050 Ti. However, it's not exactly what PC gaming is supposed to deliver. Suppliers of Ampere and GPUs remain extremely tight, with recent reports from OMD such as Asus and MSI stating that the situation has gotten worse. Some of these problems are reported because of the yield issues at Samsung, some of the pandemic-driven semiconductor storage, and some demand in cryptocurrency mining. It isn't clear how much responsibility should be reassigned to each, but reports now indicate the GPU shortage might not improve until 2022. Shortages are tolerable in the short term, as so long as the GPU doesn't die overnight. It's keep offering acceptable performance in older titles, and plenty of people have a backlog of older games that never played. In short term, cryptocurrency mining is an annoyance. In the long term, it could be an existential threat to PC gaming as we've known it since the invention of the GPU. I'm not arguing that PC gaming would die. I don't see that happening, but I could change it a great deal, not for the better, when the price is okay. So yeah, obviously, you got a lot of gamers out here that have been mad at the cryptocurrency community for buying up all their GPUs, and then obviously putting a backlog on supply costs and being able to produce more of those GPUs too as well. And I think that that's just a lame excuse, honestly. I think that it's more or less Nvidia's fault for not having the production capabilities, and you can't really blame cryptocurrency miners. I think that technology in general is just going to outperform everything else, so you're going to have to increase production of some of these different types of technology, such as GPUs in general too as well, in the near term future. But we do know that once cryptocurrency starts to take off even more, people are going to be looking to eye some of these higher tech components too as well. But yeah, I don't think that has to do really with the cryptocurrency miners. I think that it's more or less it falls back on Nvidia just not being ready for the supply production, right? So yeah, interesting stuff there, folks. Let's go ahead and jump on over into the charts and get started over there. All right, folks, so we're taking a look here at the 2-day chart to start us off with. Bitcoin right now hovering at about 60,000, or right underneath $60,000, $59,000. So we're having a few sell walls that we need to break through as of right now, folks. We did add a brand new indicator to the channel too as well. This is by Decent Trader. If you're seeing these colored candles on our charts here, this is a indicator by Decent Trader. It comes with a 2-package indicator that y'all can check out. There's a new link in the description box below if you're interested. But obviously, Market Cipher is our bread and butter on this channel, so we will be referring back to Market Cipher too for a lot of the time too. I just wanted to get some different colored candles on here just to make it look cool. Now, there's definitely an algorithm behind this, folks, and we're going to dive a little bit further into this too as well. Going on into our daily chart, we've already gotten our green dots on Market Cipher B all the way up until our 3-day chart. So Market Cipher B is definitely giving us a green dot here on our 3-day. So that's definitely looking for more of like a bullish move to continue into the rest of the week. Our 4-day chart is definitely looking like it's possibly ready to give us a green dot here as well too, which would definitely lead to a nice little uptrend. We have been steadily putting in lower highs with our momentum waves, so that's something to take note of too. Not saying that market has reached a peak, but we just need to be aware that these stair-step patterns down could lead to a potential sideways or, as the market continues to rally, starting to lose that momentum that we had in the past. So we may not see the same gains that we saw from 20K all the way up to 60K, but we could get a nice pump up to $70,000 or $80,000 or so. Our money flow on our 4-day is just outstanding right now, folks. So our money flow on our 4-day is still looking relatively good. Let's see if our 3-day money flow is still looking good too. Taking a look at the daily chart, let's jump over here. So the best way to read our decent trader indicators is we've added the 2 new indicators down here. We've added our candlestick patterns that are different colors now. And the best way to read this is to say, okay, once we're in the red, that definitely means a little bit more of a momentum sell-off. And then once we start to enter into these light green territories, that's going to give us a nice position, possibly for a long move. And then once we get our bright green candles, that's definitely saying momentum is still headed to the upside too as well. So that's how we can kind of read that. And once we start to move into that, our orange candlesticks, that definitely means that possibly a sell-off is to occur too for us as well. But we're going to use everything that we have on this channel, folks. So we're using probably about 4 different indicators. You can check the links in the description box below if you're interested in picking up some of those paid for indicators. And then Market Cypher is obviously our bread and butter on this channel. So shout out to CryptoFace and him supporting us too as well. We've been some of the top resellers of Market Cypher on this channel, so everyone that's clicked that link to buy Market Cypher, I highly appreciate it. There's also a 5% off discount code available for you if you want to use that. But folks, looking at our daily chart here on Market Cypher, we've already gotten our momentum wave that's still moving to the upside. VWAP is still moving off to the side too as well, which gives me a nice indication that we'll probably get somewhat of a round move here, but then we'll probably end up continuing up higher, maybe into this 90% area level once again. I do think that we still have a lot of momentum to the upside. As you can see here, our candlestick charts are moving from our red into our light blue, and now they're flashing a bright green color for us, which would indicate a nice bullish momentum move, probably to the upside, to continue our bright green candle rally too as well. Let's take a look into some smaller time frames here, such as the 12-hour. 12-hour has already given us another green dot here on Market Cypher B2 as well. It looks like we were kind of Christmas tree patterning out here with a red dot and then a green dot right afterwards. And now we're seeing our VWAP that's kind of just moving out to the side. So I would expect our VWAP to probably ride the 0 pivot point and then maybe make a move higher here. Money flow still looks like it's holding our momentum wave up here too above the water. And so, yeah, we're looking for our money flow to start recovering back to the upside here too on our 12-hour chart. Our green candlestick patterns have still been playing out, so we're seeing our lime green candlesticks continue on to further highs here too as well. Once we start to see the momentum die off, we'll probably see our candlestick patterns change maybe into an orange color. So we need to be aware of that. You can see that last time we've had our green candlestick patterns move into an orange color, it did signify a little bit more of a bearish downtrend. So that's what we want to take a look for here, is we want to wait to see if these are going to end up turning orange. These candlesticks are going to end up turning orange or not. And then also look for the confluence on Market Cypher too as well. And folks, let's take a look. Moving on into our 8-hour time frame and a little bit lower. Let's take a look at the 4-hour. I'm kind of curious to see what's going on here. 4-hour chart. Money flow still looks relatively good on the 4-hour. It does look like we are seeing a little bit of momentum drag off to the side here on Market Cypher B as well. I do think that we're probably going to have to wait to see what's going to happen here. You can see that this is just a lot of choppiness action here on our candlestick patterns. A lot of doji candles that are happening right now. We're probably wanting to just break through our sell walls up here. You can see that we're still putting in higher lows. And now we're just seeing this resistance right at about $60,000. So I think that $60,000 sell wall is currently still being tested, and we're probably just going to have to wait to break through a lot of that sell positioning up there at $60,000 and then probably continue our rally higher. But folks, obviously our day signal, our daily buy signal has been a good confluence indicator for us too as well, with Market God to let us know that we're going to probably continue higher here. I don't want to get sucked into any of the smaller time frames too much, but what we're looking at is our daily chart, and our daily chart still looks relatively bullish here for the most part. So we're definitely trying to break through that $60,000 sell wall, and then once we break through there, we're probably going to continue up higher, maybe into the mid 60s up to that $70,000 range. So folks, keep a close eye on this. I am excited. I do think that April is going to be a relatively bullish month for us too as well. So we're still looking to put in that new all-time high by mid-April or going on into the end of April. So super excited about that, folks. Don't forget, if y'all want to join us in our private trading group, check the first link in the description box below. If you want to pay with debit or credit card, you can join through Patreon, or if you want to pay with crypto, message me on Discord. I'll get you all set up. But other than that, everything that we post for our private trading group is located on our private channels in the Discord server. So I look forward to having you join us over there. With that being said, I think we're about done here. Like, comment, subscribe. As you know, Google has taken our AdSense account away from us, so no more ads on the channel. But the best way to support is to at least leave a comment or a like, and check out the links in the description box below. And with that being said, folks, I'll see y'all in the next one. CTO signing out. Peace.